Hey everybody, T.O. from Art Geek Teaching. Today we're going to make another collage with jelly papers. Little landscape collage with jelly papers coming up. Alright. Just going to start with this, what is this, a 12 by 16? Yep, 12 by 16 cradled panel. Master's Touch brand from Hobby Lobby. Whatever, it's on sale. You can buy these for $5 when they're on sale. Oop, get that out of there. And is that my front? I think what I'm going to do is just draw out a little rough landscape, and nothing particular in mind. We'll say this is the sandhills of Nebraska, and we've got some various hills in here. I want to probably start with a road of some sort and have it kind of disappear into the horizon here. So, something like this ish. Probably needs to go smaller than that. There we go, that's better. Don't really have to even erase this, but. And I want to spread that out. I'm going to have some, this will be a kind of a 2-track thing that you see in Nebraska, back in the sand hills. So we could have some smaller hills, maybe ponds, or who knows what in here, snow. I think going up this way we'll have some grasses of some sort, maybe a little more snow out in this direction. I think we'll have a sunset or sunrise. I don't know, it'll be sun something, and we'll just have some rays of various colors coming off there. And finally, I think we'll just move some clouds in, right? So this is basically what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just use a glue stick. I think, debating here whether I want to cut them or whether I want to tear them, and I think, I don't know. I'm going to start with some cut ones. Somewhere in here I have a yellow that I was going to use for my son. Okay. I think I found my yellow. I'm going to start in here. This might be too big, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to use it. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to cut it down. Cut this dude down just a little bit. Gotta love right-handed scissors for a left-handed artist. No big deal. Cool. Okay, we're going to do the sun first, and then we're going to do our rays, and then we're going to do the clouds or the foreground, but we're going to do all this part up in here first. So I think I'm just going to cut, I'm going to just cut it in some little pieces. I don't care, like this isn't perfectly round. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. I don't want it to be, it's going to be a little more whimsical in nature than perfection. Just kind of like me. I'm a little more whimsical in nature. So we're going to move this further out. kind of like some other yellows. What do we got in here? Same yellow. Here's another yellow we could use. Get rid of this. And one thing I learned before was, you know, this cheesy paper that I'm working with here, 20-pound bond. Oh, I barely could reach that. 20-pound bond. You have to be really, really careful with it, right? Because it doesn't want to. Well, it will peel. The paint will just peel right on off of there. So got to be really careful with that. And again, for me, I know there's some people out there just cringing the way that I'm cutting this, but it's all okay. It's all good. I really want this to be kind of, you know, kind of funky. Funky is good. So we're just going to piece it together as we move along. It'll be weird. Figure out a different way to do this. Probably not, but it's all good. I do believe I'm going to put a little resin on this dude when it's all quote-unquote done. We want some wonkiness in here. We're going to get it. This may be a complete mess by the time it's done, and that's okay. I'm going to start ripping some maybe. We're just going to glue things down for an hour and see what happens. Okay, now I think I need to start considering this, that my rays better start getting in here somewhere, because my last round thing should probably cover the rays that are coming out. So we'll put those dudes in next, and I think I'm going to use blues and purples on those. That's what I'm going to start with. We'll see what happens. Is this going to look like anything? I don't know, man. That's the question, is it not? It may not. Okay, we're just going to continue to tear pieces here and glue them down. And I'm just going to let some tunes play here while we watch this unfold. Okay, this so far is a failure. And I've lived with it for a little bit over a week, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. My first thought is I'll just gesso over it and start with something. I like the concept. What I don't like about this piece are two things very specifically. One, I didn't take any time to make the sun more round. It's, you know, it's oddly misshapen and it just kind of looks like poo. Easy fix from the start, but right now I still could fix it, I guess, but I think it'd be easier just to start over, especially given the second part that I don't like. And the second piece that I don't like is that if this is quote-unquote one-point perspective, in other words, everything is going to a vanishing point up here, this side is different than this side. And the way that it actually should be is, you know, really, here, let me just grab a pencil. And let's just say that my vanishing point is going to be right here, roughly the center of the sun. I didn't measure it, it's just eyeballed. Okay, somewhere in there. Then that would mean that this side needs to go something like this, and this side would be something like that. So again, this one curves in, and the first idea was that I was going to have a curved road and it would end up here. And that would work okay too, but if this one curves this way, like that, then this side should also curve that way, right? So those are the reasons I don't like it, and I think it would be a lot easier just to start over. So I think what I'll do is just go ahead and gesso over this and call it good. Not sure whether I'll actually redo it or not, but those are the reasons I don't like it, and that's how I could fix it. I'm not sure I really want to fix it, so we're just going to go ahead and gesso over it and call it good. See if we can use the cradle canvas for something else. And if we need to, we'll come in a little bit later, tape some things down. But we have a nice textured surface to work with now. We can come up with something. All right, so there you have it. That is one way to deal with the quote-unquote failures that I have in the studio. You guys, there's a lot of them. There's a ton of them. And I think it's just part of the process. And so don't be afraid to fail. And then secondly, don't be afraid to figure out how you think you failed and learn from it. So for this one, what I would do is I would make sure that if I did another image like that, even though this was just practice, I would go ahead and take the time to make my sun round, and I would go ahead and line out and make sure that my perspective was correct. Because those kinds of things, with the way that I paint, kind of have to be a little more accurate. So anyway, there you have it. We're ready to use this for something else.